Hey, I'm Zozo. Hello. This is my little thing for class. I told my teacher I'd make a thing. Actually, I don't even know if I'd be addressing my audience. I might make this unlisted. But on the chance that I don't, hello there, viewers that do not go to my school. And yeah. Anyways, hi, this is my teacher, censoring privacy. So this is a bit of the behind the scenes of making a show that I'm working on, as per the agreed upon midterm between us. Do you like the title card? I put a lot of effort into it. It's very awesome, as you can tell. Anyways, first thing, scripting. I had planned out a lot of the things for the story, and it helps you to write it out down on a Google Doc. I'm not. I kind of covered up a couple of things, spoilers. But just again, if this isn't unlisted and it's public and people see it, I don't want them to spoil the story for themselves. It's like not good. As you can see, I like have a main theme, an idea. I got some notes for the cast. I like making sure I know how I want each character's like personal progression through the story to go. I After the cast, I also added some parallels. I didn't finish writing them, but it's good to keep them in mind. I have a lot more in mind than just 1/125th of uh of an idea for the parallels. But yeah, I tried writing them down. Didn't feel like it. Anyways, I also outlined the first episode. I outlined the episodes too because it's nice to have the episodes outlined. Yeah. And I like to have a general idea of how most of the story is going to go before I start anything because, it's like a pretty good idea to do that. I can, it's for like, I can allow myself to know what's going to happen in the future. And if I have an idea of everything that's going to happen, things aren't going to be like out of character later on or not make sense within like the story. Or like, I can also allow myself to do a bit of foreshadowing, a bit of like future whatever, either in the dialogue, in the background, stuff like that. It's pretty fun. Yeah. And after I have like an idea of the thing. Now these things can be done in like any whatever order. I just did it in this order. But I like going through the entire script 3 different times just to make sure I like how the episode goes. Like first I write it out and then I storyboard the episode. So I do it on paper because it's easier. I was like working on this in class and stuff. Then after I storyboard the episode and I have a nice idea of how the visuals are gonna go, it's a bit messy, but I can understand it. That's what's important. I'm the only person that's gonna be seeing all the planning and stuff. But after I storyboard the episode, I write the dialogue, and now it's not in like standard screenplay format because Uh, I've tried writing in standard screenplay format. It's very draining. This is a lot easier for me. I just have like some like screen directions, so I know like what part of the storyboard aligns where, and then I just have dialogue, and yeah. After I have all this dialogue written down, I only have the dialogue written for the first scene, but I have, as you can see, the entire first episode planned out. Uh, yeah. After screen recording the dialogue, I um after screen recording the dialogue, I voice act. Me and my friend are the voice actors. I voice 3 characters. She voices 3 others, and with I do the voices with her. I prefer to record all the voice lines in real life. Well, just in person talking to each other, either in real life or on a call, just like back and forth talking so we know what's going on. So like the audio makes sense and just so like just so the audio makes sense and it feels like we're actually having a conversation and like it's also just easier. So as you can see, I record it on my phone and I upload it to File Garden and then I put everything in here. And yeah, and from there I take this audio and I download it into my little audio files. the episode 1 audio, I have it all in here. It's very important to stay organized. So I have like a bunch of sound effects, audio recordings, blah blah blah. I put them into Audacity and I edit in Audacity. Wow, this looks very professional. Wow, audio editing software. But yeah, I just put the audio in here, space it out and stuff, make sure it sounds like natural. I also put stuff like background audio and oh, actually, let me start it. Like you can see here, background audio, sound effects, like footsteps, whatever. Yeah, pretty cool. I know. Of course, the background music is still placeholder background music because I'm still looking for a uh music music maker, composer person. I'm still looking for one of those. And yeah, and I prefer to edit the entire audio first instead of adding some audio, then animating it, and then animating it like an example, the door. I just put the door opening audio sound effect in here instead of not having it in here and animating it and putting it in post and having to make sure it like all lines up. It's easier to just put all of the sounds here first and then just animate to all of it. It's a lot easier and whatever. Which is why it's important to have a storyboard and a good idea of what's going to be happening within the scene, so then you know what sound effects are going to happen and what the timing is going to be like. Like I don't want to just throw footsteps somewhere random or forget to have footsteps somewhere when they're walking and then oh no, I have to add that later and hope that it's like and then I have to sync the audio to the video instead of syncing video to audio, which is I don't know, more annoying. But yeah. And then after all that, we get to the most important part of animating an animated series, the animation. Now the animation takes a while, of course. I feel like most of for me at least, the most difficult part of making animation is preparing for it. Like I have an asset library where, again, on my phone, I drew all of the assets and then I upload it on my phone because I can't really draw on my laptop. I upload all of them to File Garden. I have everything organized. I have all the different assets put into here. Some are broken up in multiple parts. And then I like put them all in here and I organize them and stuff. I have them all in a pose that's like recognizable. I have some arm I have like prepared like arms, legs, backgrounds, whatever. These were old backgrounds. I'm gonna remake them because I didn't like them. But yeah, and then I have like arms, mouths, legs, an idea for like their faces, and then animation. As you can see, new backgrounds. I think they look a little better, even though they're a sketch. And I'm gonna have to finish them. But yeah, I put the audio into Adobe Animate, and then yeah, awesome. Like you can see what I was trying to go for here with the music and things like start to come together in this part. It's a little laggy because I have a pretty bad laptop. Yeah, and let me show a little shot that I got here. It looks simple enough. Just after opening the door, she just starts walking along. Nothing too crazy. Oh god, that's laggy. But for this shot right here, yeah, it's a lot more difficult than I expected, even as someone with animation background. Animating this was a lot more than I expected. Like, I can't just parent things, which I'm used to in my other animation softwares, but anyways, here you gotta nest a bunch of things. So basically what that means is I can't just like animate everything. Like, see this? So just one layer. That's because right here, this little thing is its own animation layer. Every single step. um, is an animation layer. So like here, you can see I animated the walking on its own, the arm movement, face movement, everything, turning around, blah blah blah. And then I have after animating the positioning, I then have to do the vertical movement, because if I just tried to move everything up and down like with walking bounces right here, it would look really weird and everything would be disconnected and all, discombobulated. It looked very sloppy. And then after that, I do horizontal movement. And now, after all of that, I can finally make this little guy move across the screen from one side to another. Wow. And again, uh, more animation. Whoa, someone else opened the door. They walked inside. Whoa, it's very cool. As you can see here, I did a little bit of cheating. I didn't add the other arm or the legs because they're out of frame. You can see, out of frame. Wow, you don't even see it. So it doesn't even matter if it's not there. Yeah. Then I continue along. I just got a shot of these two. This is another example of like nesting. You gotta animate like in a process. Like this is like fully animated with, oh, a little too far ahead. Like fully animated with the hand movement, face movement, body movement, whatever. But you have to animate that in sets. Like I have the body with the upper arms and the face. Then I move out. And then I got the upper body with the legs because I want to make the upper body move here. And I group it again, just, organization. And I'm going over here. Wow. Wowie zowie. So much movement.
Not a host? Who invited me here?
That's... Pretend it looks a lot smoother. I promise. I just have a bad laptop. But yeah, and then right here I'm only in the middle of animating the faces. Like I have the eyes done and like the mouth movements, And then after I get this done, I'm gonna group together probably the eyes, eyebrows, the mouth, and the asset together. And then I'm gonna angle that to be facing towards them. And then I'm gonna animate the arms. And then I'm gonna group that. I'm gonna take that upper body and animate the upper body torso movement with the legs. And I'm gonna group that and then move it where necessary. Lots of grouping in order to make the animation look smooth, have things like go together. And yeah, and after that, honestly, I've just blocked the positioning for a pretty long while. And yeah, and then I just take that process, rinse and repeat. I just gotta like, keep animating the first scene. And then after this, I go back, storyboard the second scene, write the dialogue for the second scene, edit the audio for the second scene, and animate the second scene, so on and so forth. Usually animations, animated series, anything like that, they have a team of animators. So an example, they would have all of the dialogues and all of the audios edited first, and then those get distributed amongst the animators. So multiple scenes are being worked on at the same time, so it doesn't take 5 years for each episode. I'm just one single lonely guy working on this, aside from another voice actor. So yeah, the first episode might take a while, but I'm hoping to be able to find more people to join my team. And yeah, that's it. Yippee! You just, do that, and that's it. Wow. Wowie zowie. Yeah. And then I think that's about it. Bye bye, Mrs. My teacher. This was a very fun process, and I actually started working on something for once because of this assignment. So yay! And I hope I can finish it and publish it and let it grow. and have it become very cool, awesome. Anyways, yeah. Bye, Mrs. My Teacher, and goodbye, general audience, if this is public.